Morning, guys. Thanks for joining in again for another group fitness class. Today we have Andrew demonstrating per usual. We have 7 groups of exercises, 3 movements per group. The rep range we're going to work in today, we're going to do 15 reps for the first round, 12 for the second, and 10 for the third. Andrew's going to help me demonstrate each movement, and we will work it out from there. All right, buddy. First one we're going to do jumping jacks. Get a little cardio, get a little heart rate going. I know we know how to do jumping jacks, but we are looking to get those arms going through that full range of motion, touching the top, touching the bottom, making sure we are in sync. There we go. And if we need to scale that movement, of course, we can step those out for those of you at home that do not want to jump. All right, we're going to go into, we're going to do some push-ups. So we'll show a strict push-up and a modified push-up. So we're going hands under the shoulders, spine nice and neutral, head is down, and elbows are in. We're not chicken winging those things. We're not holding our breath. All right, Andrew, one more good rep. Let's go ahead and do some strict. So you'll see he can go to his knees. Hand placement did not move. Elbows aren't going to change. Just keeping the spine nice and neutral, and that head is down throughout the full range of motion. From there, we're going to roll over and do some bicycle crunches. Okay, for bikes, we're going to do a 2 for 1. So we're counting those as 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So you'll do a total of 30 on those. Want to keep that neck nice and neutral, not pull on it, keep that chin from being buried in your chest, and of course get a good shoulder turn for your core. All right, relax. You can stay down there. That's all for group 1. Group 2, we're going to start with mountain climbers. Again, mountain climbers is also a 2 for 1 ratio, so 1, 1, 2, 2, all the way up until you get through those reps. Mountain climbers, neutral spine, there you go, back's nice and flat, butt's not high in the air, hands under the shoulders, and head is down, moving those knees. Good, 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 good. All right, we're going to roll over and do knees to chest or a reverse crunch. We can go hands on the floor. Okay. We want to sit up nice and straight, have some good posture. We're pulling those knees to the chest and extending our legs out in front of us. One more good rep. Good. And all right, let's grab these dumbbells. We're going to do a curl and press. So if you don't have dumbbells at home, of course, you can use cans of soup or anything that you can hold on to that's got a little weight to it. So we're going to keep those elbows nice and close to our sides. You can see Andrew's using a staggered stance. That's fine. If you want your feet together, that works too. What I really want though is a slight bend in your knee, help take some pressure off that low back. Core is nice and engaged. All right, let's curl. Good bicep curl, and then we're going for a shoulder press. Okay? So we got some curl and press there. Looking good. All right, let's set those down. Next, we're going to do group 3. We're going to start with some jump squats. So we're just going to go into that normal air squat and then just have a little plyometric jump out of the top. Remember, feet are shoulder width apart. We're trying to push those hips back, keeping our core tight, trying to keep our chest up. We're also using our arms when we're jumping. Now, if jumping is an issue, we can also go up onto our toes. So we can squat and go up onto our toes and get a good calf squeeze at the top. So we can still get some extra action out of those. All right, after that, we're going to do a little cardio movement, just a line hop. So we can either go laterally side to side, or we can jump forward and backward. That's up to you. Let's go laterally first. Andrew, 3, 2, 1, go. Just side to side and count each time your feet touch on that side of the line, and those will be a rep. All right, let's go forward and backward just to show kind of what that looks like. So forward and backward hops, that works for me as well. Good. All right, on the next round, not the next round, third exercise in this group, we are going to do penguins. For our penguins, we're going to do a 2 for 1 ratio as well. So we're going head and shoulders off the ground, arms straight out, and we're going side to side, really working on those obliques. Keep those feet out wide and try to touch your heels. Perfect. All right, for our next group, we're going to do some kettlebell swings. So if you don't have a kettlebell, you can swing a dumbbell, or if you have something around the house that'll work. We are standing in that kind of squat stance, feet shoulder width apart, chest is up. We're going to let those arms hang naturally. We're going to have a hip hinge, use our hips to get that kettlebell going, and we're just going to eye level with that kettlebell. Okay? Good. Next movement, we're going to jump down and do some plank jacks. So we're going to get that push-up position again. Remember, we don't want those hands way out in front. That's going to be hard on our shoulders. We want our hands directly under our shoulders, spine's nice and neutral, and we're going to go ahead and start those and go. There we go. You can see we're trying to fight that rotation in our hips, and we're trying to keep our bottoms down. Okay, so for those people that can't jump, let's go ahead and step these out. Just like a jumping jack, we can step these out for a modification as well. All right, the next one we're going to do is the split squat or stationary lunge, whatever you want to call it. I want to make sure that whichever leg you start with, we're going to keep that tibia nice and vertical. We don't want that knee traveling too far over the toe. And and we want to sit straight down and making sure that back knee is not crashing into the floor. So let's get all of our reps on one side, and then of course we will switch legs and do all the others on that side. You've got to figure out what range of motion is going to work best for you. If you can't go all the way down to the floor, that's not the goal. Okay, work through a range of motion that's safe for you where you can maintain that good, clean form. All right, that's it for group 4. Group 5, we're going to start, we've got high knees. Okay, so that's just that running in place. We're using our arms and our legs, pockets to ears. Okay, we're really just trying to work on pushing into the floor, getting those knees up high. Good. All right, the next one, we're going to do some wall taps for our ears. So this is kind of just jumping off of our toes. If you don't have a wall, you can just do them right there in your living room, but each time you touch the wall, count a rep. Let's bring those feet a little closer together on these two. That's also a way we can do it. Get those calves activated. All right, next group, or third movement in this group, I'm sorry, is going to be sit-ups. Just a normal sit-up that we probably have been doing for most of our life. We want to keep our feet flat on the floor. We can go arms across the chest, and if you must go behind the head, remember we're not pulling that neck down, and all we're going to do is contract our core nice and tight and try to raise our torso towards our knees. Okay? All right, group 6, we're going to do touch jumps. This is where we're touching our toe and jumping and then coming across and touching the other side. So Andrew's going to demonstrate that. Getting a little jump here, also getting a little bit of an air squat going. Form looks good. Remember guys, if jumping is an issue for you, of course we can scale these to where we're touching our toe and we're up on our toes, giving a good contraction to our calves. All right, toe touches, we're gonna lay on our back, feet are up in the air. This is a core movement. Okay, we really just wanna work on going through that full range of motion, trying to get our head and shoulders off the ground and touching our toes. If you can't touch your toes, touch your shins, touch your knees if you have to. You gotta figure out what range of motion works best for you. All right, group 6, we are going to do pulse lunges. So this is where we're going to get into that lunge, and we're just going down and up, a much shorter range of motion than we were doing for those split squats. Just a little pump there. Trying to get some blood moving. Once again, we've got to be really cognizant of where our knee is, what our tibia is doing, and of course that back knee, making sure it is not crashing to the floor. All right, guys, that's group 6. So group 7 is a little shorter. I only put 2 movements in there because we have our the world's most famous movement, our favorite, the burpee. So we're going to start with that one. So let's look at a full strict burpee. We've got the jump, the push-up is in there. He's off the ground. That's perfect. All right, let's talk about scaling these burpees. So we know if we can't jump, we're up on our toes. Okay, we can start there. We can step to our hands. There you go, he's stepping them out. He's also got the push-up, walking those feet back in and up. If you can't do the push-up, then you're more than welcome to hop those feet back, hop them forward, and then just stand from there, okay? Or you can take the push-up to jump out, walk feet forward, and then just stand up, okay? And that works for us too. Okay, perfect. And the last move we're going to do for today, we're going to do a scissor kick. So we're laying on our back. We do a lot of flutters, but this is kind of just going the opposite way with our legs. So we're going head and shoulders are off the floor, and we're just alternating which leg's on top. Really getting that core activated. And remember, this is a 2-for-1 exercise. So for every 2, you get to count 1 rep for all of those. Guys, remember the rep range for today: 15, 12, and 10. Okay, take your breaks as needed. If you work all the way through without a break, at least take you a minute and a half in between rounds and go from there. Thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time.